I just finished my first day of school and I honestly love it. Maybe it was just because it was first day, but do I want to be a teacher? Maybe. The kids are a little bit more rambunctious than American children are, and like they talk over teachers and they just yell whatever comes to their mind, and they love saying American words like with no context. Like whatever American word they know, they'll just shout it whether it makes sense or not, which is like, it's funny. Like they're entertaining. I assist in a different class every hour and their ages are from 4 to 12. You have to adjust to the different levels because some of them have been learning English since they were 4. Some of them just started learning English last year. So it's like figuring out their level and where they're at is kind of hard. I have to get used to this vlogging thing because people are staring at me and I really want to put the camera down, but I'm not going to. I refuse. So now I think I need to go home and take a nap. I didn't really sleep well last night. I went to sleep very late, so I need a nap. Good morning. I've had quite the interesting first week. Basically, I went for my first day. It was cool, jolly, fun. But the next day, my teacher texted me saying she's out for the rest of the week. Basically, there's nothing for me to do. I assist her in her classes. It's what I do all day. So I've basically been off the whole week. I was off yesterday, and I'm off today, and I'm off tomorrow. I think I'm gonna get my nails done today, and then I need to get some stuff from my house, and then I might go to the beach later. Right now, I really have a taco craving, so we're in search of tacos. And the thing is, in the US, I'm very much so a taco person. I love Mexican food. Now I told my friends, I was like, yeah, I'm going to Spain. I said some of the food I'm going to miss most is like Mexican food. They're like, oh, that should be easy to find there. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like my close friends obviously knew, but like some other people that I was telling, they were like, oh, of course I'll have Mexican food there. Excuse me, ma'am, no. We're on a whole different continent. Chipotle is like my favorite place. They don't have that here. They have something similar to it in Madrid. It's called Tierra. Can't roll my R's. Number 1, it's very much so a knockoff Chipotle, off-brand. And number 2, like Madrid is 6 hours driving, 3 hours by train from here. And you know what? One of these days, I might have to make that move because I miss it so much. I heard, well, I googled it. London has a Chipotle supposedly, but I might have to find a little cheap flight. I used to eat Chipotle at least once a week, sometimes twice, so I'm actually going through it here. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find this taco place. I googled it. Hopefully it's good. It's siesta time and the streets are quiet. Wasn't really a fan. She gave me a free tequila. The tequila shot low-key hurt. Like, it's not even $5. It's barely $4. And like, I was like sitting in my stomach. That was like a 5-course meal. And now it's like, I skipped my siesta today. And now I feel like I need a nap. Oh my gosh. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. We live next to a church, so every hour thing goes off. Ding, ding, ding. Honestly, part of the reason why I'm so tired by the time I get home is just like walking up those stairs. Like after you've walked, like I walk everywhere. After you've walked but so much, then you need to walk up 5 flights of stairs. Carrying things, it's enough to push you over the edge. Grateful though, I'm in a very good location. You have to make sacrifices, you know. I usually just spend about like 5 to 10 minutes here, like lowering my heart rate. Oh, child. roommates.
Yeah, Joe gets very upset when we say dollar.
Dollar? What is it? Oh, euro. Sorry.
You say quid all the time. Yeah, quid is euro. What is quid? It's like
You were smart for wearing long sleeves. I'm like, top right now. It's cute though. It's cute. What does it smell like?
Salty fish.
Ooh, that's nice.
Do I want to?
Ooh, what does it taste like?
Salt. Guys, can everyone taste something?
Period.
This is my first time leaving the house today.
Yo no te conozco bien, bésame sin querer, aunque sea única vez. Y tú y yo no puede ser, vamos a pasarla bien, por última vez. Quiero estar contigo un poquito, tu cuerpo y el mío pegadito, pegadito. Si jugas conmigo, cuidadito, cuidadito, vamos con el ritmo suavecito, suavecito. Quiero estar contigo un poquito, tu cuerpo y el mío pegadito, pegadito. Si jugas conmigo, cuidadito, cuidadito, vamos con el ritmo suavecito, suavecito. Quiero estar contigo un poquito, tu cuerpo y el mío pegadito, pegadito. Si jugas conmigo, cuidadito, cuidadito, vamos con el ritmo suavecito, suavecito. Yo quiero estar contigo un poquito.
My birthday. Walking to the bus on my birthday. On my way to work on my birthday. On my birthday. I'm really not even a birthday person like that. I don't know why I'm having this little song, but I'm happy. It's Monday morning. Play some music. I get to go into work an hour later. I'm happy. I have yet to get a bus pass here yet. And all I had was 20 euro. So the guy wouldn't let me on the bus. He said I had too much money. So I had to go get change. So I bought a croissant. And now I'm on my way to the next bus. Update, I made it on the next bus. So I'm like 2 minutes away from school now. The croissant ended up being a good move. I actually got hungry while I was on the bus. So I waited till I got off to eat it though. I don't really know what the rules are. Because in the US, I don't think you're supposed to eat on the bus, but people do it anyways. But here, I've never seen anyone eat on the bus, so better safe than sorry. But yeah, on the way to school. These roads are cool. The streets are cool. I mean, once you get past like the pee smell every now and then. Every time I see like a liquid on the ground, I'm like running away from it. Like it really could be water, but I'm just gonna assume that it's pee. So I'm running. Out of school finally. I don't know what was going on today, but those kids were on one in like every class. Like they're not like the most well-behaved kids, but usually they try a little harder to be well-behaved. I don't know. Especially the 6 and 7-year-olds, they were bouncing off the walls today. It took 10 minutes for us to calm them down in order to leave. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like they were excited because I was back. Like it's been a week since they've seen me. They've only seen me once, and it was last Tuesday. And today is Monday, and I haven't seen them since because, like I said before, my teacher was out. But oh my gosh, like Yes, one little girl was cursing. It was a lot. The thing is, I don't feel like they're cursing because like they're bad kids. They're cursing because it's the only words they know. Like they hear it in songs and I think on TV, so they think it's okay to say. They'll just shout it out. Like she introduced me to one of the classes I didn't get to see last week, and she was like, oh, she's from the United States. And this little girl yells, what the F? And I was like, oh my God. And I could tell like the teacher was kind of embarrassed because she knew, because she speaks English, so she knew like we don't really say that in English. And she explained to her in Spanish, she was like, that's not a nice word to use, like to just like casual conversation, like it's not a good word. And the little girl looked genuinely confused, like she didn't know. Like I guess whatever show she's watching, like that's a response that they use. So I think she thought it was okay. I don't think she realized. But when she explained it to her, she seemed like she got it. But I wasn't mad, I was just shocked. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, but, and the thing is, no one else in the class reacted. So I don't even think the other kids even knew that she was cursing. Like, they didn't say anything. I don't think they knew what she said, but she was like 6. Still walking. Update. This is not even a bad walk, it's just hot still. Like, it's October 7th and it's still hot. Like, not even like, oh, you know, it's a nice day out. Like, it's 80 here. It's still 80. I don't know what that is Celsius. That's another thing. I have beef with the US right now. The rest of the world is on the metric system, and y'all make us look stupid when we come here. Like, what? Meters, kilograms, all these things. I mean, like, whose idea was this anyways? And why wasn't the metric system good enough for us? I'm really about to look into this because it's actually, it's really irritating me. Because even like Google Maps is in meters. It's like in 300 meters, turn left. I'm just like, what? And I used to run track, so I kind of have an idea, loosely. And when I was at the airport, and this was in the US, but it was a Portuguese airline, she was like, your bag is 3.3 kilograms overweight. And I was just like, how much is that? Like, I don't know. Basically, I was, I think it was 6 pounds overweight. I don't know. But it's just making my life harder than it needs to be. I'm already in a country that's not my native language. Not only is it not my native language, but they speak Valenciano here. We're in the Valencia region. They speak Valenciano. Valenciano is not like Spanish. Like, what can I compare it to? I think it looks more like French. And I was talking to one of my coworkers, like he speaks a little bit of English, but mostly Spanish. He speaks Valenciano. He was just like, because some of the teachers were speaking Valenciano in the lounge, it took me a little while to realize that they were. I just thought maybe I lost my Spanish. I don't know what I thought was happening. But he was just like, yeah, if you speak Spanish, you don't necessarily speak Valenciano. I was like, yeah, I gathered that. And he was like, it's a mix between like French, Italian, and Spanish. So some of the words are similar. Like if I see it written, I can pull out words that are like, oh, that's kind of similar. But like, no, I can't read the sentence. And the forms I had to fill out for work were in Valenciano. So my teacher had to sit down with me and help me fill them out. And she was like, why would they do this? Like, for Auxiliars, because a good amount of us speak Spanish, or at least took a couple classes in high school or something. But Valenciano? No ma'am. And then also we teach, in my English class they have like workbooks, but it teaches British English basically. So they'll be like, I haven't got, or have you got? And like in the US, that's poor grammar. Like, or maybe I always thought it was poor grammar. So like they're trying to help me, I'm trying to like correct them, but that's not how I talk, so, or how I speak. So it's a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky. And some of the kids you can just tell are here for a good time. Like they're not really trying to learn. They're here to kiki with their friends. The younger ones, some of them just want to draw. But the ones that really like want to learn, you can tell because they know more words than the other people do, because I think they actually try. But also it's just like when you're at a certain age, you can't really get them to care about anything that they're not already interested in. So it's understandable. I don't know if I would have been that good at learning a language that young. It is siesta time, ladies and gentlemen, and the streets are quiet. Quiet. If they have a Polar Bear in the US, but let me put y'all on. Very cute clothing. Pretty well made. pretty stylish. And I'm pretty sure they ship to the US. The way I forgot to record, you really would have thought like I'd never eaten before in life. Like I'm going in right now. That's good. I have the whole place to myself too. I really come to